Hey, what's up, hello guys? Welcome back to my channel for another video. We're going to be transforming a car seat. Yes, this is the outer shell of the car seat. We're going to be transforming it into a men's accessory pack, menswear pack, survival pack, in the world apocalyptic pack. We're going to transform it into this. Definitely stick and bear with me because this is a process. Let's go.
Alright guys, so I start off with a pattern for this accessory bag, and these are two rectangles I cut out for the front and the back. And then I'm not going to include the measurements because it's not exact once I line it up with the actual fabric. But here I'm using my men's shirt to cut out the front pouch. And that front pouch is going to have a fold over closure that velcros. So these are all the pieces that go along the waist, two backs, and the cell phone smaller cutout. Now I'm working on the back of the pack, and the back is going to have two pouches and they're going to be slanted. So I took one of the rectangles and I put a slant to it, as well as the top bag. I put a slant as well. So the yellow pieces are the back pieces as well as the cell phone pocket sideways. Now I'm going to use the seam ripper to take apart the pieces of the car seat. So you'll see me in a closer view taking apart the seams, and here is me taking the pieces that are already seam ripped and taking them apart. So you'll see the stuffing in the middle and the interior lining on one side and the exterior on the other side. I'm going to be using mostly the exterior parts, but when I run out, I'm going to be switching to using the interior parts to finish up whatever I need for the rest of the. Once I have all the pieces detached, I go ahead and take out my pattern and line up the pieces to where they best fit. So you see me moving around a bunch of pieces to try to make it fit, not try to make it work, so I can have enough fabric left over to go ahead and make backs for everything. So with the front that I'm doing now, every piece is also going to have a back that's sewn on to make the pouch. So now you see me pinning the back piece, and then you'll see me trying to line up another back piece. Some of these are going to have different features like slits, maybe a hole. And now I'm doing another back piece and cutting it out. So I'm cutting around the curve, and I'm actually going to keep most of that on the line. You'll see that I left the piece straight for the flap. I didn't want to cut diagonal. So this is just cutting out the back piece and then removing all the labels, using my seam ripper to move all the labels from the lining, or from the car seat. So cutting out all the pieces, taking off the rest of the labels, and going ahead and lining the piece up with the back piece. So I already went ahead and cut all the back pieces out off camera because that was a mess and it didn't look appealing to watch. So I went ahead and cut them all out, and now I'm lining them up so that they create the pouch. And with the back piece though, I cut out a couple pieces to see if it'll fit on the no, actually not the back piece, this is the front. But I cut out a few pieces to see if it'll fit. So basically I have to jigsaw some pieces together, take off labels, sew them up, and make a whole piece out of the smaller pieces. So that's what you're seeing here, me making smaller piece, or a bigger piece out of the smaller pieces. So I go ahead, once I pin that up, sew it up, I cut it out, and I'm left with these pieces. So now I have to take them apart, take out the pattern piece, go ahead and line them up, and cut out all the excess fabric or material that is left over. So for the most part, I'm following the pattern piece that I made, but I'm also following the lines of the car seat so that it also makes sense and lays flat when I'm sewing it. So you'll see me pinning everything up. I tried to speed it up because it's tedious. But here are all the pieces. This is the front piece that I thought I would keep that little extra fabric on the end. Ended up cutting it off after I sewn it, which you'll see in the next step. Here's another back piece sewn together or pinned together. So now it's time to go ahead and sew. So we got the sewing machine and start sewing up the closures that you see now. This is one of the triangular closures that I made, and I flipped it inside out to create that flap and then line it up on my back pouch to see if it lays well. So then I go ahead and sew up all the pieces to create them into pouches. This piece is the I want to say that's the back piece. Flip around. Yeah, that's the back piece because I didn't end up putting a zipper in that one. And this is the back piece as well, the back bottom rectangular piece that has a slant. And this is before I add the closure, so I just sew up all sides, clip off the corners, and go ahead and turn them inside out. This is the front piece that I created a closure flap style for. So that's what you see, that rectangular piece at the top of it is the closure. And I like to backtrack to make sure my seams stay. And I cut off the excess, turn it right side out, and go ahead and fold it over, make sure that it's sewn right. So then I finished the top of each pouch with a straight stitch. And then I'm showing you the zipper that I'm going to be putting into the back top pouch. So you see here, I'm using that diagonal seam that I have there as a zipper placement. So I'm going to be using the seam ripper to open the seams there, insert the zipper as you see pinned, and go ahead and sewing it up. So now I'm going to sew together the rectangular, smaller cell phone pouch and making sure it can fit a cell phone. I have one right there, so I insert it to make sure that it can fit. So I cut a slit in it because I actually completely closed that one side. Reinforced it with an extra stitch so that it won't fray or open up. I stitch the Velcro and then go through 2 diagonal lines crisscrossed in between. So now I'm top stitching the top of the front pouch as well, because I did the back pouch and now I'm doing the front pouch. It's a pouch, guys. We're going to get that together. So here's the pouch done. And here are all the pieces. I'd already sewn the zipper on, so don't mind the pins. Now I'm going to create the rest of the closures. This is one of the closures I had to basically repair. So I had seam ripped the end of it off and was like, no, this could be used as a closure actually because it's really nice. So sewed it back on and used it as the front pouch closure, which also I added Velcro to so that it can close and stay closed. So all I'm doing here is simply attaching the closure to the pouch, doing a straight line across pretty much, and then reinforcing the sides. And this is how it looks. So then I go ahead and do an extra stitch because I wanted the closure to be straight up and down and it had a curve. So I did a couple stitches down and went ahead and cut it, and that's how it looks with the more straighter edges. And then I add the Velcro, this Velcro I'm using, and I clip it into squares and attach them on both sides of the closure. My next step after finishing each piece would be to sew them together. So I'm sewing together the waist pieces, which is the front rectangle, the back rectangle with the slant, and the cell phone pouch. So the next step, of course, would be to attach the straps. You see, I already attached straps here, but previously I made straps that were out of the lining fabric, and I sewed them all, turned them inside out, is what you can see right here in the bottom clip. I sewed them all and attached them to the outfit. Here's a picture of the outfit with those straps on. Once I put it on my model, I realized they needed to be adjustable. So I took all of the straps off and put these adjustable straps on that I got from a baby carrier. A couple of these straps did, however, come from the car seat, so I did use some of them when replacing. So you're just seeing here me replacing the back ones with this blue adjustable strap, and then the other ones I'm replacing as well with either buckles or adjustable pieces. And I'm inserting one of the adjustable pieces into the back pouch, pinning it and getting it ready to sew. I'm doing all of the sewing off camera. So once I have that cut off, the excess cut off, the buckle put on, that's the car seat buckle, but I ended up using the baby carrier buckle. That completes the bag. Here it is. So here's a little close-up of the bag. I'm chiming in one more time with the front pouch and the front bottom pouch as well. And they are both Velcro closure and adjustable straps at every strap I have. And I used a wide piece of lining fabric to go ahead and insert on the other side, as well as the buckle that I put on. I attached that as well in between the seams of the back pouch. And here's the back pouch. They're both open from both sides. Magical, amazing. And the cell phone pouch, cozy, sitting right there. Yes, I can't say that it fits a note or anything, but it fit a cell phone. And then the front pouch, as well as the adjustable underarm strap, and then the zipper. Of course, I put a cover over that as well, the closure over that, so that you can hide the zipper if you want. And the adjustable straps complete the look.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and hit the subscribe button below as well as the notification, and tune into my next video, which is coming out hopefully soon. We're gonna get right. We're gonna get the schedule tight. Tune in to me next time. Thanks for watching. And I didn't add the waist.